Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and since it's Women's History Month, I'm here today to talk to you about Power Rangers RPM Ranger Yellow. So, back when it was like Women's History Month, I forgot to do summer. Whoops. So here I am. And what better episode to talk about than this one, her origin story. And it was such a great origin story, they had to make it into a two-parter. I was very shocked and very surprised that this was her origin. Because like when RPM came on television, I skipped over a lot of episodes. I just personally just didn't really care about RPM. And the reason for that is because like at that time I assumed it was in the same continuity, in the same universe as the other Power Ranger seasons. But then of course when Samurai came out, it's like, oh, y'all in an alternate future, alternate reality? Because like I assume, okay, well, if Time Force is in the year 3000 and everything's all right, then who cares what happened in RPM? Because everything's gonna be all right. But apparently, y'all in a different universe. And so, while there are some episodes I do like, and I like the suits, and I like some of the meaning behind it, it's just some things I don't like. I don't like how meta it is. I don't like how silly Ziggy is and some of the other characters. And that's about it. Well, things I don't like and stuff. But everything else was pretty cool. I mean, man, they went dark. And that's the reason why the original showrunner got fired, sadly. And they had to bring in a new showrunner. And when they did, Jim and Jenna really didn't get no solo episode. Well, at least Jim didn't. But yes, Summer. Summer is played by Rose McIver. And I remember her, my God, all the way back to the Xena Warrior Princess days when she played a little girl. And then I saw her, in Legend of the Seeker, the season 1 finale. And this was around the time she was a Power Ranger. And she has really come very far in the Power Rangers since Power Rangers. She had her own series on the CW called, I think it was iZombie, was it? And it's interesting because the actress who played Tanaya 7, Adeline Kane, I believe her name is, she had her own series on the CW as well. And now Rose and Adeline have like a different series on different networks now. Rose has like Ghost on Paramount Plus, and it's in the second season. And Adeline is on like Grey's Anatomy of all shows, man. So they really come far. In fact, they might be the two people from Power Rangers that had like the biggest success and everything. And it's just like crazy. But I remember like when I did see Summer, I never assumed she would have had the origin that she did. Good thing about Summer, Summer's very nice. She's very caring. And she just has that cutesy wootsy little face. And so you never would assume she used to be a diva and a spoiled brat and totally rich and self-centered. But that's who she used to be. And she has really come extremely far and has become extremely humble now. And it's really gratifying. She could have been one of the worst Power Rangers of all time, but no, she's actually really, really sweet and completely different from Sid, because Sid still has her money and Sid has a little bit of diva in her from SPD, but not Summer. And when I mean this episode is dark, my God, I couldn't believe it. They killed a civilian. That is unheard of in Power Rangers. I mean, it's rare for an actual Power Ranger to die, but a ordinary human? What in the world? Yeah, Disney was not happy about that. Disney was not happy about that. But this is a post-apocalyptic universe, and they should do more Power Rangers series like that. But once again, if it's set in our the real reality, that Earth, then of course time Force lets you know everything's gonna be all right, and even SPD and stuff. So they have to do it in a completely different universe. And so this episode starts with there's a bunch of kids in the Rangers like command center place, and they're asking the Rangers a bunch of questions and this and that. The one that talking about Dylan's so cool because he's so tough, and Dylan's response is just hilarious. And then you have this one kid calling the suit spandex, and Dr. K goes like bananas on the kid. And then when the kid says tight, she's about to like seriously run down there. I love the actress who plays Dr. K, boy. I remember her too from Xena Warrior Princess. It was the episode when Lucy was pregnant. And so Xena was pregnant, and Xena consciousness got transferred into like a little kid. And that little kid was like fighting people and this and that. That was her. And so like, no, wait, no. I'm getting her mixed up with Rose. That's right. Rose played the kid who Xena consciousness went in her body and she started whooping behind. Dr. K was the little girl who wanted like a fairy godmother, and I think Aphrodite came down. There was some warlord. Yeah, okay. So they both play similar type character. Okay, so yeah. Oh my God, dude. Oh boy. Oh man, that's like take me back to the 90s and stuff. And so, like, you know, the kids asked a bunch of questions, and somebody said they wanted to marry Summer. And so, you know, he's all like he wants to marry her because she's so nice and kind and all that. And I think he asked, were you always this nice? And this is when she starts to reminisce about her tragic past. And, you know, we see her back in the day, it's her birthday, and she's treating her butler like crap. The man does everything for her, and she just treats him like crap. She wants the most perfect birthday ever. We also see she loves to ride motorcycles. And so he gives her a gift that her parents gave her because her parents promised to be there on her birthday, but they decided to go to London. See, Summer is super duper rich. Well, around this time, Venjet started to attack. So everybody had to evacuate, cross like, you know, the desert and then head to the city of Corinth. But the convoy she was supposed to get in was over capacity. And so she's literally running and hopping on the back of the truck, but they will not let her on. And this is like, dude, the world is coming to an end. Like, grab her behind and just like, you know, hold on to her and take her with them. But they wouldn't do that. And her friend literally shoves her in the face and she falls down. So she literally has no way to get the corn, so she's just like hoofing it until there's an ice cream truck that like stops and gives her a ride. It's her butler. Apparently something was wrong with the limousine, so he takes her in that. But then, like the little diva, she's whining and complaining that, like, you know, she can't be seen in an ice cream truck and everything. She was so rude and so snooty, the type of person that you would never want to be a Power Ranger. So they make it halfway there, but then the ice cream truck breaks down. So then she literally rides on top of the dude as he's carrying her on his shoulders. And she's actually on top of this old man. I don't know if she had wires on her and a crane or what, but that has to be heavy on that old man. And so, you know, they're just like hoofing it and everything. And then sadly, they get attacked. And when they get attacked, you know, she's fighting them off because she knows how to fight and everything. It's funny, she's so rich and snooty, but yet they trained her and all this stuff. And so when she gets through whooping some behind, she looks around and she sees her butler lying on the ground talking about this is the end of the road for him. And he gives her back the necklace that, her father gave her, her parents gave her. And before, when they was hoofing it, she asked him, why? No, I think when he was dying, she asked him something like, why do you put up with me after how much I badly I treat you? Like everybody has left me behind, but you actually came back for me and everything. And it's because simple fact, he cares about her. He helped raise her and stuff. It's that moment she realizes she needs to change her life around because she's a terrible person. And the only person who's ever loved her died. And he died on camera. My God. You've never seen this with an actual civilian before, I don't believe, in Power Rangers. This was something new. And so she finally makes it to, the city of Corinth and everything. And she overhears on the radio there's a person left behind, a military officer. So nobody wants to get him. So she decides to hop on a motorcycle and go get him and stuff. And so, it happens to be Scott. And so, this is how she met him and later became a Power Ranger and stuff. Because her bravery, outweighed that of her selfishness and stuff. And so later on in the episode, we see that her parents have come to visit. Her parents are just as rude and nasty as she used to be, to the point where she gets into an argument they get into an argument with Scott. And Scott literally calls them fools and stuff and about to eject them from the hangar. And so it turns out she promised them at some point she would get married. It turns out that their family is super poor now because all their money is tied up in investments, and they came to Corinth penniless and everything. And the necklace is the only thing of value. And of course she has it. Now the bad guys want the necklace because it's so powerful. It can power up the robots and stuff. And so Tenaya 7 is trying to find it, but comes up empty-handed. Literally, she loses her hand. And she gets a brand new one and stuff. And so she's been betrothed to this one dude since she's been little. That should have been the first indication that this is set in a different universe, because who does that? Especially a white family, you know what I'm saying? Their culture doesn't do arranged marriages and stuff. Well, at least not no more. They used to back in the king and queen type eras back in the olden days, but mostly that's Indian families that do that and stuff like that. And even some of them don't even do it no more. And so, of course, Dylan, he's pissed about her getting married. And Ziggy can only think about the money and stuff. But, she doesn't want to marry this dude because she's not happy. She's not in love with him, she shouldn't have to. And so she realizes something when the caterers come. They put the cake near an oral drum. And so she switches places with Dr. K. And so she later morphs and whoops a lot of Heine. And she gets the morph 4 times in this 2-parter. That's a treat right there. Because in all this Hasbro stuff, how often you get to see the morphing sequence, you know what I'm saying? And so, of course, they fight the bad guys and the Zords and this and that. And so she, later tells her parents she ain't marrying that dude and stuff. And, her parents finally realize, it's okay to be poor and we're just going to have to get jobs and everything. Because that's what she's been trying to tell her parents the entire time, get a job like her. And it's so weird, man. You would never, ever, ever, ever in a million years think she came from those upbringings and became the woman that she is now. And that's what makes her one of the coolest Rangers of them all. Happy Women's History Month, everybody. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.